Hello and welcome to another Division video. In this video, first of all, what should I say? I have honestly to say that I'm a little bit speechless. I never expected to reach that amount of subscribers. We are already at 500 subs and that's just because of you. So a really huge shout out to every single one of you. You are just awesome. Thanks a lot for your support, for your comments, for your likes on the videos. That's really a huge motivation for me. Yeah, it's a while ago since I uploaded the last video. I was really busy this week and I hadn't that much time to do this. And honestly, yeah, of course I was working on some accommodations as well. I will reach them as fast as possible, at least the most of them. Yeah, and as a little thanks to you, I decided to show you my loadouts from one of my characters, and one subscriber asked me already if I can do a video, a short one, about the new one from my D3 FNC set in 1.7, and of course I will do this video after this one and show my actual build. So yes, again, thank you, really, all of you. I really appreciate the support and I hope we can grow in the same speed as we did before. And I appreciate your support a lot. As I said, I'm kind of speechless. So just let's get into my build. I'm rocking with this character here. As you see, some different builds from this guy here. First of all, starting with my PV, did already a video about this one too. I really like this build as well. It's really decent to play for every PvE content, definitely not for PvP, but it's really decent for every PvE content. I don't show you all the gear exactly, just leave a comment down below if you would like to see one gear set in more detail and I will do a video. Just quickly the stats, as you see here, 25% EDR, 15% protection from elites through final measure. Then of course D3, protection from elites as well, damage to elites, and last but not least 15% from skill haste from Tactician's Authority with Ninja Bike. This works really well, and another option you would have is change just the mods into damage to elite mods, and it works pretty well, especially in challenge missions where you have to fight a lot of elite NPCs. So a really nice build from my point of view. As you see, firearms and electronics pretty equal, almost kind of hybrid build. Toughness, yeah, could mean that it's kinda low, but it is just because of the point here that I'm wearing knee pads with skill power. Of course you could go here also with life health, to have a little bit more toughness, but because you have such amount of skill power, you have skill haste on your mods and you have the 15% from Tactician. You get your skills and heals back really fast, so that's why it works for me pretty well. So going to the next one is my Predmark build, and I was testing different setups of this as well. That makes it really interesting in one hand side, and on the other hand it's really difficult because there are so many viable options you could run this build with the Ninja Bike in the 1.7. That's really incredible. As you see here, I decided it's my favorite setup for the moment. 3-piece Predmark for the, of course, I think you all know the set bonuses you get: reload speed, AR damage, SMG damage, and 4-piece hit 10 shots and 50% of the damage returns as bleed. It's pretty decent for both PV and PvP, works pretty well. Here I decided to go with 1-piece Striker. You may ask why, but for me Striker and Tactician are the two strongest set bonuses you can get. 20% stability. I'm playing on console, and I honestly have to say my aim is not always the best one, as you probably see in some of my gameplays, and that's a huge difference. Really didn't expect that this that huge. Before I was wearing the mods on my weapon, many of them with stability, and as you see here, I can go really full crit damage and crit chance, and that's a huge advantage. So you can improve your damage as well if you land more shots and if you're more accurate, and that works with One Piece Striker really decent and One Piece Tactician as before to get faster cooldowns. And yes, it's possible with this set to stack Adept, although I have to say I'm not a huge fan of this mechanic and I think it should be patched. But yeah, it works, and so use it if you can use it, or leave it and change other weapon setups you want, like responsive, and there are so many viable options as well. And yeah, for PvE my preferred weapon of choice is usually AK-47. For me at least, I like this weapon really much, and you see it's a really decent one, competent, responsive and destructive, almost god roll for PvE content. And I don't have, as you see, I do not have ferocious because of the toughness. You need more stamina to unlock this talent. And lightweight, and 4 of course for PvP more, and this one Adapt, Fierce and Competent. Of course deadly would be make sense too, but yeah, for this here I rock this talent. Let's go to the next one, that's Final Measure, and yes, that was one of the first 6 pieces I got from the new classified gear set. I have to say it's really fun to use, I like it very much. I just did Stolen Signal yesterday and Falcon Lost, and yeah, some incursions. And of course I will try it in legendaries as well. Not solo, but in a group this is a pretty decent set. As you see, it's more kind of support build for me, as I think. And I'm running the Pecan. It's pretty nice for Stolen Signal, in my opinion one of the best choices. And quad roll talents for this, with Destructive and Ferocious in Heroic, of course. That's really decent. Yeah, I think I don't have to say anything about this set. You see the stats above. As I said, if you will see it more in detail, just leave a comment and I will show you the set of course in more detail, and also with a gameplay if you would like to see this. Let's go ahead to the next one, these 3. Here just a quick overview. I will make a video after this and watch it with more detail. As you see here already, I changed not that much, and yeah, let's start with the other one first. As you see here, my tank build, D3, it's still the same as in 1.6. The reason why is just because of the backpack. Because I mean, if you change it to Ninja Bike, yeah, you lose a lot of potential. In this way, especially the electronic skill power, the 200% specialized. And I, for the moment, haven't found a really decent solution for this, that you can gain more skill power as in this setup here. So I think it's still the best choice if you would like to have more kind of these 3 set to rock this also in 1.7. It's still viable, although the health of the shield is not that high as before. As you see here, 1 million, almost a little bit more, and before exactly the same setup I had 1.6 million, so it's a huge loss of health with this setup. Really incredible. Or 1.3, yeah, could be, of course, but it was a much higher. Yeah, the difference, you feel it, of course, and the thing you can change, I definitely run Ballistic Shield Damage Resilience mods on this one, and this one works pretty nice. And Shield Damage Resilience not only decreases the damage to your shield, it also decreases the damage to yourself. So if someone throws grenades to you, and yes, the toughness is pretty low as well here, if someone throws a grenade at you with short bow or whatever, you have no time to react, you deal less damage, or you get less damage, take less damage, it's the right word, with the Ballistic Shield Damage Resilience mods. So that works pretty well. Yeah, of course I would test it. Probably you can run a little bit more skill power electronics, but honestly, then I think, I don't know if it's really worth using anymore, or change to another build setup. Then if I would do this, I would change probably the firearms and electronics. So I would have about 4 or 5 firearms and above 7,000 electronics. and probably then, yeah, really just support build with a Midas that you can decrease the damage of the opponents, and that this could work probably too. But yeah, honestly, that would be not that much my choice, because it's not my playstyle to just tank and do almost nothing. Because the strange thing is normally, it seems like the NPCs just focus the guy with the highest DPS, and although you run shield and although you stand in front of their face, they just ignore you and just shoot beside you to your guys behind. So most of the times, honestly, it doesn't make that much sense. I don't know why. But yeah, that's this. And the new setup I'll try out and I'll show you in the next video is this one here. As you see, it's almost the same, just with two differences. The backpack, it's not a specialized, it's a ninja bike here, and I wear a tactician piece. And the tactician piece, of course, as I said before, for me is still the strongest two-piece setup, 15% skill haste. I tried different variations of this. I tried one-piece nomad, two-piece nomad for health on kill and increased healing, and I tried it too with Banshee. Not Banshee. Banshee would work too, of course, but I'm not a huge fan of the two-piece bonus from Banshee. So I tried this setup too, instead of this, what you see here, with two pieces of, let you guess, two pieces of Predmark. Of course, you get SMG damage bonus 8% and two piece. It's also pretty nice, 10% reload speed. Because often when you're in a fight, or just remember in PvE, when you fight against the X guy and they rush you, no time to reload because they always hit you. You can just run back and reload while running. So on the reload increase, it's not that much, 10%, but it's better than nothing. So I personally think the two-piece Predmark Ninja Bike 3-piece D3, it's the build to go in PvP. It works pretty well and the damage is incredible. That's really nice. And then you can run ballistic shield damage as well. So you have 4-piece, 4 items, 4 times 4% damage increase with the mod, 16% plus 8% with Predmark, plus the increased damage, of course, from your shield as well. Damage increase total, this is with the mods. So just remember here, 30% increased damage with your SMG with Predmark. So that would be my build to go, of course, with other mods, not damage to elite mods. But this would be my setup. So finally, I think it's the last one. Yeah, of course, my good old tactician. As the third character already, I have a tactician build, and this build I don't tell that much about because I have a separate video for my tactician build. You find it on my playlist, so yeah, just watch there and have fun, of course. Yes, guys, that was my little, let's say, present to show you my loadouts on this character. As I said, if you would like to see one in more detail, just leave a comment down below. If you enjoy the content in general, or if you would like to see more build videos, guides, then give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and subscribe, of course, if you haven't done it already. And finally, yes, again, you are awesome, guys. Thanks you so much for your support, and I'm looking forward, of course. So see you. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.